beauty of personality. Now, these are the people who will engage in squandermania, frittering away the resources in these grand projects, rather than having these resources be used for the benefit of the masses. What I'm saying here, you'll hear it in our parliament. Every day they're saying it in parliament now, right now as I'm speaking. Usually the opposition. And so, naked, barefooted shepherds would compete in the construction of high-rise buildings. That's the first sign. And that's the easy sign. You got to be blind not to recognize it when it comes. Let me repeat that. This is the easy sign. Easily recognizable, easy identifiable. You got to be blind not to see it. That the naked, barefooted shepherds, people with the intellectual acumen of donkeys, would now control resources in this monstrously immoral way. Monstrously immoral way. Squandering resources in the construction of high-rise buildings, PR projects, measuring progress, the height of the building, rather than using resources for the benefit of the people, the masses. The intellectual acumen of donkeys. And now comes the second sign, and this is the difficult one. He gave us one which was easy, and he gave us the other one. You got to put on your thinking cap for this one. And talid al-amatu rabbataha. Oh, you have heard it so many times. That a slave woman will give birth to her mistress, not her master, her mistress. That a slave woman would give birth to her mistress. I tell you, this is not an easy one. You will hear many explanations of this. And even when the attempt is superficial, still we commend those who try to make an effort. And we remember yesterday when we also were very superficial in our understanding. And we thank Allah who gives us the understanding that otherwise we would not have. We will come to the slave woman in this retreat. We spend a lot of time with her. But at this stage, let us recognize from the word of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam that there is slavery at the end of history. That there may be slavery behind us. And we may have been emancipated from that slavery. And we may beat the drums out there on Emancipation Day. But remember, the greatest slavery of all is the one that is still ahead of us. No one will believe us when we say this. Who are these Muslims? Where do they get their knowledge from? What nonsense is this? In this modern age, he's talking about slavery. In this modern age, he has the audacity to say that the greatest slavery of all is the one that lies ahead of us? Where do these Muslims get their knowledge from? We get it from Muhammad, Allah's blessings be upon him, who could neither read and could not write. These were the 5 questions. And in these 5 questions is the foundation of our retreat. And then the man got up and left as unceremoniously as he'd arrived. Who is this man? He's not a resident of this city. Nobody knows him. He could not have been a traveler from abroad, from outside, because there is no evidence of travel on him. So did he drop out of the sky? There is drama. There is mystery. It is puzzling, it is baffling. The divine wisdom is at work. And this morning we have to pause. Don't rush. Think, what is Allah doing? What message is He sending? In this last stage of the life of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, when the stranger had left, then the Prophet turned to us and asked, "Do you know who he was?" And so we replied, "Allah and His Messenger know best. Oh, we don't know." And then the Prophet said, "That was Gabriel, the angel Gabriel, Jibreel alayhi salam. And he came to teach you your religion." If Allah had already completed His revelation and taught us the religion, then what does this mean? He came to teach you your religion. My understanding, and Allah knows best, is that what the Prophet is saying when he said, he came to teach you your religion, is that in these 5 questions and in the answers which were given, and in the drama which attended the event, you will find the very heart of the religious guidance, the very heart of the message of the religion. And you'll also find the key to understanding the greatest challenge that there will ever be in history to the religious way of life. That challenge has now come. It has come from one part of the world. It has not come from Africa. No. Beautiful Africa, which today has been reduced to miserable poverty and destitution. Why? Because Africa is not made of recycled paper. Why? Because Africa has backbone made of steel. That's why Africa is now in miserable poverty. Because Africa produced a Malcolm X. There has never been the equal of amalgam in the entire Western Hemisphere. In all through history, there has never been the equal of Malcolm X.